That's right. I'm making another video response finally. It's been a while since I've done one of these, hasn't it? But like, what has it been, like over 2 months since I made my last video response? Well, finding response material is kind of hard. But a few weeks ago, I was watching a bunch of NX videos. You know, Nintendo NX, not you know who. But anyways, I was watching a bunch of Nintendo NX rumor videos because the topic interests me, of course, because well, it's huge news right now. So anyways, I was watching a bunch of NX videos, and then I come across this video stating that the NX is fake. It's actually a fairly new video. It's a little less than a month old at the time I'm recording this. And it was perfect material for me to respond to because no one else has responded to it. And of course it's new. Until I shared it on my community and a certain someone decided to also respond to this. His video didn't come out yet, but you had to take my idea, didn't you? You couldn't come up with something on your own, couldn't you? You'll be hearing from my lawyer very, very soon. But anyways, like I said before, the video I'm responding to says that the NX was a big giant lie made up by Nintendo. And yeah, if you aren't facepalming by just hearing that, then yeah, something's wrong with you. So anyways, I'll shut up. I'll let the guy speak. Let's begin.
Hey, so did you hear about that new console that Nintendo's making? Yeah, you mean the NX? Yeah, I can't wait for it to come out. Hey, you know it's fake, right? What?
You better have some real substantial evidence to back up that really bold claim, which I'm sure you're gonna do right now.
Here we go!
Oh, we have to sit through his 30-second intro first. Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to torture you by making you watch the whole thing. But anyways, yeah, we have to sit through his 30-second intro first with music that sounds like a bunch of Transformers having an orgy. But anyways, I know my intro isn't that spectacular. I know it's nothing great, but at least it's fast and to the point. You know, I can't stand it when people have intros that are like over, like, I don't know, 15 seconds, because I think like 11 seconds, maybe even 12 seconds at the most is perfect for an intro. Mine is like, what, 7 seconds? Like, I don't want to waste people's time with it too much because, well, people don't really care much about intros. They just, if you're going to have an intro, just have a quick, like, I don't know, 10-second or maybe even 12-second intro. That gets straight to the point, that tells you what your channel's about, and yeah, boom, there. You're not going to waste people's time by doing that. Just my advice to you if you ever do watch this video.
It's a bit of a bold statement, isn't it? It's not the reveal I'm calling fake, it's the entire system itself. Consider the amount of times the reveal was set to happen and never did. See what I'm getting at?
No, because that is a pretty weak point. You see, Nintendo wants to reveal this console when they're ready. Like all those times they thought they were ready, but then they decided to they decided to not want to reveal the console because, well, they simply weren't ready. Put yourself in Nintendo's shoes. Look at all the consoles that Nintendo has screwed up with. The Nintendo 64, they used cartridges instead of discs like the rest of the industry. The GameCube, they had those tiny little discs. And, developers didn't really have enough space to put their really big games on the GameCube. They had to change around a bunch of things to make the game run on the GameCube, and a lot of developers didn't even bother with the GameCube because of those small discs. And the Wii, yeah, it was a huge success, but it ultimately was a bad thing for Nintendo because it made them look like a kiddie company, and they relied a lot on a gimmick that they were incredibly lucky took off at the time, and then they tried the gimmick thing with the Wii U again and failed hard. So now they want to make a console that entices consumers again because they want to have success, and they don't want a Wii U 2.0, and they actually want to gain trust back because, again, they don't want to screw up with this console. Like, a lot of people are saying, myself included, if Nintendo screws up with this console, we're done. Like, really, Nintendo has screwed up way too many times, and people are getting sick and tired of giving them another chance, and this console might be Nintendo's last chance to, actually please consumers again and actually make them want to buy Nintendo products again. Because face it, a lot of people don't bother with Nintendo home consoles. Their handhelds are a different story, of course, but their home consoles haven't really been strong since the 90s. So yeah, hopefully you can see why. Hopefully now you can see why Nintendo wants to put off showing off the NX because they want to make sure this console is perfect. They want to make sure that this console will really, really wow the consumers and make people want to buy it again and make people want to trust Nintendo again. So yeah, if you're in their shoes, you do the same thing. And if I were in Nintendo's shoes, I'd do the exact same thing.
In my opinion, the console isn't even a thing in Nintendo's mind. Think I'm crazy? Well, let's just talk about another big lie. Donald Trump. Now, why would I bring him up? Anyone not miss the reveal? The reveal was that all the crap he said was a big, giant lie.
Wrong.
I guess I did miss this big reveal because I don't recall Donald Trump ever going up and saying, "Yep, everyone, everything I said was a big giant lie." Like everything I've ever said was just this big lie. I've never said the truth once when I was running for president. I mean, what kind of presidential candidate would do that? An idiot would. Well, Donald Trump is kind of an idiot because, well, take climate change, for example. I mean, the atmospheric carbon levels past the point of no return, which basically means we're doomed. Like, do more research on that. Like, search that up. It's actually very, very scary, and I'm really, really concerned for the future of this planet because it is that huge risk. But you still have Donald Trump saying, "Oh, climate change is a myth made up by China." An idiot. But anyways, this has nothing to do with Donald Trump. I don't know why you brought him up. He really has nothing to do with Nintendo. Well, he does have nothing to do with Nintendo and the NX. So anyways, I'm not even going to bother to keep going on with politics and Donald Trump and such. Anyways, let's listen to your next point.
Now let's go back to my Nintendo point. They have hyped this thing up to a point of the internet already guessing what the console looks like. And yet, no look, no data released, and not even a freaking name. You can't even expect me to believe that this mysterious console has no name.
You know, Nintendo consoles not having a name while they're still being made, like having these mysterious code names, is really nothing new. For example, the GameCube was the Dolphin before it was named the GameCube. The Wii was called the Revolution before it was called the Wii. The Wii U was called Project Cafe before it was called the Wii U. And the same thing with the NX. It's going to be called NX for a little bit more until Nintendo finally reveals the console and hopefully reveals its actual name. I mean, like even an average Nintendo fan knows stuff like this. I mean, you can't sit there and tell me you're a fan of Nintendo you don't know something like this. Even non-Nintendo consoles do this. Like, for example, the PlayStation Pro, before it was revealed, was called the PlayStation Neo, and who knows, maybe the Scorpio, the Xbox Scorpio will have a different name when it's revealed. So yeah, this is nothing new. Consoles always have code names before the actual name is revealed. Nintendo does this all the time. Even with their old consoles, like from the 80s and early 90s, they had code names for them because, well, again, that's what companies usually do with their consoles. So yeah, you fail at basic research, dude. Like, really, you absolutely fail at it. And then also, no date of release. Like, really? Nintendo themselves said it's going to be released March of 2017. Now, this could change, but Nintendo themselves said March 2017. So yeah, we do have a release date. No, not an exact date, but we do know when it's supposed to release. Like around the time it's supposed to release. We know it's supposed to be March of next year. So we do have a date of release. Again, simple research, and you can't even do that.
Believe me now? No? Okay, let me continue. What kinds of images have you seen of what the NX might look like? This might have been one of them. And you know what? It's wrong. 100% too, considering what Nintendo has told us.
That image has been around for well over a year. I mean, really, I've seen that image a lot of times when the NX is discussed for like over a year. And guess what? It's not even official. It's made by It wasn't even made by Nintendo. I think it was fan-made. So you really expect a fan-made picture to actually get the console right and to get the concept down and be 100% accurate? No, that's ridiculous. It's not. Of course, it's not accurate because one, it's over a year old, and two, I think it's fan made. So yeah, once again, your point fails.
Now, why is this relevant? Why? Ever thought of saying that line slowly and understanding it better? We are 100% wrong. What? 100%? Mac, you're crazy. Or am I? After all these hypes and guesses, we still don't have anything on this supposed mysterious console. What's the whole point of saying we haven't even started the console when we could just keep the people guessing and getting more money and support than we've ever gotten before?
And where is that money gonna go if this was a big lie? Gone. It's just gonna be gone. I mean, like, imagine all the huge, ginormous, severe amount of backlash Nintendo would get if this was a huge lie. I mean, what kind of company would say, "Oh, we're making a console," and then it's just one big lie? I mean, sure, games, consoles, phones, and such, they have been canceled. I'm not saying like there's no such thing as a console being made and then just being canceled. No, but at least the company was in the middle of making a console or handheld or whatever. They're in the middle of making it, and then they decided to cancel it. I don't know, maybe it was just a bad product, or they just weren't happy with the way it was turning out. So they decided to cancel it. But I never heard of a video game company or just a normal company making a console, whatever. I never heard of a company making a new product, saying they're making a new product, and then it's just a big lie to get more money, because I know Nintendo's retarded. They can be retarded at times, but they're not this retarded where they'd lie about making a new console and then just going, haha, it was just a big lie this whole time just to get your money. I mean, Nintendo is not that stupid. They know the ginormous amount of backlash they get if they do that. I mean, how the hell are they even going to announce this to the people? Are they just going to flat out say, "Oh, you've been played, we've been lying to you this whole time"? I mean, really. And then after that, people are no longer going to trust them. And when Nintendo really does make their new console, people are going to be like, "What, is this another joke? Is this another lie just to get more money out of your consumers?" And then people are not even going to pay attention to Nintendo. That console's probably going to be a flop. Once again, that is absolutely retarded for a company to do, and no company in their right mind would ever do that.
We've been played. They don't have plans for the NX. Heck, they don't even know what the NX is after I pointed out all this stuff. Nintendo has lied to us. Still not sold? Why would Zelda Breath of the Wild be coming out on a Wii U? Apparently the NX doesn't look anything like the gamepad, so they would need to completely rework the controls just to get the game to play on this new console.
But they've done it before, Twilight Princess. I mean, with Twilight Princess, it released for both the GameCube and the Wii had a completely different controller to the GameCube, but guess what? They found a way to make the game work with the Wii controller, and they also found a way to make the game work with the GameCube controller. And when they remade Wind Waker, they found a way to make the game work with the Wii U controller and add more features to the game and make the game better than how it was on the GameCube. I mean, really, it's not rocket science. Nintendo has done this before, where they rework games to work with different controllers. My God, you're such an idiot. My God.
Let me drop another bombshell. Sonic 2017. What is the point of bringing this up? Well, the game is set to launch on NX, PS4, and Xbox One. A game that doesn't even have a name, true date, or look being released on a console. Same exact problems.
The game is still in the middle of being made. They still haven't came up with a name, and they don't know when to release it because, again, they're still in the middle of making the game, and they probably didn't decide to reveal it yet because, well, I guess it's not polished enough, or they don't feel ready to release it yet. What is so hard to understand about this?
Let me go back to that Zelda Breath of the Wild example. It's a new game coming out on the system of the Wii U. But Nintendo was said to have released the console about the time the game is coming out. It's pointless to release it on the Wii U because no one's going to get a Wii U for that.
Oh my God, you're such a retard. Okay. Alright, Nintendo was so dead set on releasing this just on the Wii U. They were completely dead set on it. I'm pretty sure they fully intended to just release this on the Wii U, but then they realized, you know what, this game needs a little more power. We want this game to be more powerful, and, you know, we want the game to reach its full potential, so they decided to cross-release it on the Wii U and the NX, and I'm sure the NX version is going to be the superior version. So yeah, that's why they want to release it on both the Wii U and the NX, because, well, I guess the game needed more horsepower, and the NX was going to give the game that horsepower, and again, make the game reach its full potential. They want to do everything they can to make this game great. They've even gone over, like, how many times they delayed it because they want to make sure the game is as good as possible, and I'm sure the NX version will make the game as good as possible. So yeah, that's why they're cross-releasing it. Again, Nintendo games are no stranger to having to being cross-released on consoles. Again, Twilight Princess was released on both the GameCube and the Wii when it was launched. I mean, you're treating this like this is some new weird concept, like when it isn't. It was done before. This is pretty much Twilight Princess all over again. I mean, this is nothing. This is nothing completely new. My only guess is you're new to Nintendo and don't know much about them. And don't say you do, because this video proves that you really don't know much about Nintendo. Oh, and one more thing. Imagine all that time and money that was put into the Wii U version. They're not going to let that go down the drain, because if they did decide to cancel the Wii U version, that would be a huge waste of time and money. Something Nintendo needs to survive, so obviously they don't want to waste the money they made on the Wii U version. They want to get at least some of it back. So yeah, that's another reason as to why they're also releasing this on the Wii U, I'm more than sure.
Now, obviously, some people that need a little extra help in their financial issues but still want to play some games would probably go for the cheaper console, the Wii U. But why do that? There are better games on the Wii. At least 80% of the games are better.
No. Just no. Like 80% of the Wii's library was shovelware. The console was pretty much shovelware central. A bunch of terrible movie-based games, children's games, etc., etc. Sure, Nintendo made some great first-party games on the Wii, but for the most part, I don't think the Wii's library was that stellar. At least in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe you like movie-based games and games meant for little children. Whatever, your taste.
Now, this isn't the first time a game has been released late in the life cycle of some sort of console, but at the same time, you can't help but think that it has something to do with this. Let me go to their most recent Direct here for a second. And no, I will not be showing it because I don't want any more copyright strikes. Nintendo revealed a couple more games coming out on the 3DS that are coming out around the time of the NX's launch. There is no way you can expect me to believe that all these games are coming out on past consoles that are going to be revealed, when the fact is the Nintendo NX is coming out just a few months after all these games.
Just because a new console comes out doesn't necessarily mean the previous one is automatically dead and is no longer going to be supported. I mean, consoles usually do last a little longer after the new ones come out. I mean, hell, for a while, the PS3 was still getting games while the PS4 was out, and the Xbox 360 was still getting games while the Xbox One was out. I mean, once again, previous generation consoles don't necessarily die right away when the new ones come out. I mean, the DS still got some games when the 3DS released, and the Wii still got some games after the Wii U released. So yeah, they're not going to be completely dead, and I'm sure these are probably going to be the 3DS's last few games, and then Nintendo's going to eventually give it the axe, and then they're going to focus completely on the NX. That's usually how this works, but then again, you don't really know Nintendo that much, or gaming in general, because, well, you don't really seem to take a grasp of some basic things like this.
The NX was a lie the entire time. People, we need to open up our eyes and finally understand what Nintendo has done to us. They've lied to us just so they can get more money and be in a better financial state.
Oh, really? I'm the one who needs to open my eyes. Me and all the other rational thinking people who disagree with you need to open their eyes and realize that the NX was a big giant lie the entire time, and it was just a ploy for Nintendo to get more money. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stay rational and disagree with you because what you said throughout this video was absolutely stupid, and I don't need to really go into it anymore because, well, that'll just be me repeating myself.
Yeah. The only real hole that I can put in this series is the fact that Nintendo themselves said they do not want to reveal anything, just because they don't want Sony or Microsoft stealing their ideas. But if it's not supposed to look like a gamepad, they can't steal the idea because they've already made controllers. Nintendo has been busted.
No, they haven't. They're not busted because, well, your points were weak as hell and were easily refutable. This video was just an absolute joke. But anyways, to refute your final point there, well, Nintendo's ideas have been stolen before. Remember the PlayStation Move, the Xbox Kinect? Yeah, those were ripoffs of the Wii. So Nintendo's ideas have been stolen before, and it's possible for Nintendo's idea to be stolen before the console was released because, well, they could easily release, a third-party controller or something that's similar to the NX's concept. So they don't want that. They want to reveal the console like a little bit before its release, so people won't really have the time to knock it off right away. So yeah, that's why Nintendo doesn't want to reveal it just yet. I think they're probably going to reveal it soon because, well, the NX's release is like in a few months from now. So yeah, they want to release it as late as possible so I guess people won't knock them off, I guess. So anyways, yeah, that's how the video ends, by the way. It just ends with him saying Nintendo has been busted. No sign-off, no nothing, just fades to black. Yeah. So the fun doesn't end here, though, because I left a comment on this video, which he deleted, by the way, and I don't know if I'm blocked or anything. I could still see his replies and everything, but I can still see my comment because when I'm signed in, I can still see the comment I left. But if you sign out, I switched over to my second account, and, well, comments were gone. And a friend of mine, well, I don't know if you really consider him a friend, I don't talk to him that much, an acquaintance of mine by the name of Darkscythe, he commented on the video as well when I shared it on my community, and his comment disappeared too. So he's deleting comments, people, this guy. So if you disagree with him, your comment is deleted. But anyways, yeah, when I'm signed in, I can still see all the comments, and I'm going to show off the whole argument right now. And trust me, it's a really, really fun read. So let's begin. Alright, so this is the comment I left in this video. Yeah, let's forget about all the games confirmed to be released for the NX. With Ubisoft praising it, Nintendo themselves saying that the NX will launch in 2017, and Sunekazu Ishihara, I'm terrible at pronouncing Japanese names, alright? The president of the Pokemon Company saying the handheld console hybrid concept for the NX was true, and so on. Nope, all lies, the NX is fake. Let's also forget about the severe amount of backlash Nintendo would receive if it were fake. Nope, this thing was just made up and Nintendo played us all. You're retarded. And then the guy who made the video replied with, "What games? Everyone keeps saying games are in the works, but nobody points me in the direction. You do know you could just simply type in Google, NX confirmed games, and right away it gives you a list of all the games that are confirmed for the NX, but still, you don't want to do research, I guess. I don't know, there's something with you in not wanting to do research at all. Like, really, if you did basic research, this video wouldn't have been made because you know it would be absolutely retarded. But anyways, I guess that's too hard for him. I said this was a theory. The title's just a title. Oh, it's a theory now. Because he seemed pretty certain and 100% confident that the NX was a lie in the video. And I went, oh, just a theory. Okay. And you do know companies always do that. They always promote each other and say things will happen, but then it doesn't. Okay. Well, here's the thing. They don't flat out lie that they're making a product, and then, they don't say they're making a product and say, oh, we lied, we just wanted more money, because no company would do that, because that is a stupid thing to do. I have never heard of a company say, oh, we're going to make a new product. I've never seen a company like Apple say, oh, we're going to make the new iPhone, and then when they said they were supposed to announce it, they'll say, oh, it was a lie. I mean, you never hear something like that. Anyways, not saying this happens 100% of the time, but it does happen. Just look at The Last Guardian. We still don't have a solid release for that. Well, I looked it up, and it said December 6, 2016, but I don't know. Maybe that's a rumored release date. But even if it's not the definite release date, then yeah, they're still in the middle of making the game. So of course they're not going to be so sure of when the game is going to release because they're still in the middle of making it. Jesus Christ. What games? These games, and I list out all the games that were confirmed to be on the NX. Anyways, these games have been confirmed to be on the NX. How did I find this out? Simple research, something you clearly did not do. And then he writes, I did do research on the games. You know what else I found out? They are rumored to be on the NX. Retard. Go get an education, then we can talk. Alright. Well, obviously, you clearly didn't do enough. You just didn't. Alright. Anyways, I want you all to remember that little smug, go get an education, then we can talk remark. Just keep that in mind when we read the rest of these comments, alright? Next comment. The irony in you saying I need to get an education. I know it's ironic, because you needed to edit your comment. Alright. Well, first you say I need to get an education, but you don't know how to put a period at the end of your sentence. And also, how does me having to edit a comment makes me dumb. Like, if I made a simple typo, maybe my finger slipped when I was typing on a keyboard, you know, that doesn't make me dumb. It was just a simple mistake. Or maybe I read over my comment and be like, you know what, I want to add something else. Or maybe I forgot to say this, I forgot to say that. You know, it could be a number of things. Like you wanting to edit your comment. I mean, it doesn't make you stupid. Maybe you just made a simple typo, or you wanted to add something, or maybe you forgot to add something in your comment. So yeah, it doesn't make you stupid. It's just a simple mistake. To add to that irony, the NX doesn't even have a true reveal or name. So how can games supposedly coming out on NX be confirmed? That doesn't make any sense. But anyways, I refuted this way too many times in this video. The GameCube was named the Dolphin, the Wii was the Revolution, the Wii was Project Cafe. I'm sure you get my point at this point. Next comment. And then he also writes, and you say I'm retarded when you watch this video. Good job, mate. So are you saying people who watch your videos are retarded? Well, anyone who is a fan of yours and watches you on a regular basis probably is, but, well, whatever. But I just wanted to see, like, what this video was about, because when you see a title called The NX is Fake, a very clickbaity type title, might I add, people naturally want us to watch it, and I don't know, maybe the off chance maybe the NX was really fake, I don't know. I was genuinely curious to see what the video was about, and I wanted to see what the person had to say. I don't know, and maybe like the very off chance you actually brought up good points, which you obviously didn't. But well, I wanted to see what the video was like. I wanted to see what it was about. All right, so how can I be stupid by just being curious as to what a video was about? And if you're trying to bring up the old beaten "don't like it, don't watch it" argument, here's my rebuttal. How would I know if I wouldn't like it before I watch it? I mean, that's absolutely stupid, because again, I wanted to see what this video was and what it was about. How would I know I was going to hate it right off the bat by just reading the title, idiot? And then I write, you know, stuff I already said earlier in this video. You can read it if you want, but I'm not going to repeat myself. So anyways, next comment. Those games were meant to come out on the previous console. They aren't new reveals, they're games being ported. So Breath of the Wild isn't a new reveal, and you're calling me out on basic research, yet you couldn't even read a title. What? Anyways, do I need to explain this in retard? Fine, I'll try my best since I'm not retarded like you, but here it goes. Go back to school! Sorry, too complex. Durr, I like memes and can't read. Durr. And this guy says I'm the one who needs the education, alright? So, yeah, well, first, you really used the wrong form of your. It's supposed to be Y-O-U apostrophe R-E instead of Y-O-U-R, and the way you used it, so yeah. Well, whatever, I'm the one who needs the education, I guess, whatever. And the little meme thing at the end. Okay, well, I do find some memes funny. I used to say I hate memes, but now I more hate the people who spread them. But some memes I find funny, like the Harambe meme. I know people are gonna scream at me for saying I find that funny, but I found that funny. Also, the no chin thing, because Leafy got exactly what he deserved when that happened, and he's still getting what he deserves. Haha. But yeah, I do find some memes funny, and those two aren't the only ones. But I'm not gonna name all of them. But yeah, I mean, this is just stupid. And also, I like how you dodge the little my comment where I talk about the code names of the consoles. You just completely ignore that, like I never even said it, and just focus on trying to make fun of me, calling me a retard, and say I'm stupid because, well, I find certain memes funny, I guess. Okay, whatever. Also, I like that you say before that those games were rumored to be on the NX, and you were like, oh, they're not going to come, or they're just rumored to be on the NX. It's just further proof that the NX is fake, because for some reason I think they're rumored and not confirmed, and now you're saying they are confirmed because you said they're being ported, and now you're saying that they're real. I mean, really, because before you said those were rumored to be on the NX, they're not confirmed, and now you're saying they're supposed to be ported to the NX. You get what I'm saying, all right? I'm sure you get what I'm saying, because before the guy was like, these are rumored to be on the NX, and now you're saying these are going to be on the NX. Funny stuff. End quote. New releases come out before the console any time. My response: Breath of the Wild isn't a new game. Ergo? I did reply, you know you've lost. Alright, when you say, oh, you lost, I won in an argument, you like 90% of the time the person saying that lost, and it's just funny. But anyways, technically Breath of the Wild is a new game. It's not even out yet. It's a new Zelda game, it's a new game coming up. I mean, it's not even released yet, so yeah, I do consider it new. That's what I say in the comment right after this, and then this guy writes, but it's not released or even confirmed for NX. I've got to go play football. You know you lost when you first commented. A good day. Once again, I take that as a win because when the person says, you know you lost, most of the time they're the ones who lost because, well, they have to go like, oh, I won, and pretend they won the argument and think they're the bigger person and all that, while the person arguing is just refuting their points and destroying it, and they don't even need to say, oh, I won, which I never did. I never said I won until after the guy brought it up. But anyways, next comment. And then I write, nice to know you forfeited. That's actually a win for me. By the way, it has been confirmed, and I actually linked the Twitter post Nintendo made saying that Breath of the Wild is going to be released March 2017 on the NX, from once again from Nintendo's official Twitter page. And I sarcastically write, have a nice day. And then this person writes back, get ready for this. Oh good, right before the game. Thought you were too stupid to comment fast, but it's clear you had time to stop sucking your dad's dick to comment. I knew this was coming, so I hoped you would reply. Of course, people with gay-looking knees for their YouTube profile would comment this when they know they can't win. They need more cock up their ass. Okay, I like how you refuted nothing. I like how you didn't even bring up the tweet I showed you. None of that. You just say, oh, I'm gay, my profile picture is gay, whatever, gay jokes. Who needs the education again? Anyways, well, I like that you say, I suck my dad's dick. Okay, well, at least someone's in the bed with me, alright? Who do you have to go to bed with? Exactly. I'm willing to bet you have no one, and I'm willing to bet you're not really on a football team. Maybe you probably just want to seem tough and be like, oh, if I ever see you in real life, I'll kick your ass or something because I play football. I'm fit. All right. So yeah, and then I write, did my facts trigger you? Don't lie. You're jerking off to that thought right now. And then after that, he deletes my comment, and only I can see it because when I went on my second account, the comment was gone. So yeah, whatever. It sucks because no one stumbling upon the video he made will be able to see this very funny argument. But at least I captured it here for all of you to see. Anyways, there's nothing really much else to say, really. I'm more than sure the football thing was an excuse just to leave the argument, I'm certain. And I'm sure right after he deleted my comment, he wanted to go rub one out to his sick, twisted fantasies. I'm more than sure. If you're willing to have a threesome, whatever, at my house, 10 at night, why not? It's a Friday night because, well, it's not a school night, alright? But, yeah, because according to you, I'm gay, so I'm fine. Maybe I'm sure you're good looking, alright? So, yeah, and most of the time when people go like, you're a faggot, you're gay, they usually have something to hide. But whatever, I'm accepting because, well, I'm gay, according to you, so I'm pretty accepting of that. So anyways, that threesome offer is available at any time, well, at any Friday. So yeah, I hope you can make it, sweet cheeks. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.